Unplugged starts now.
Hey guys, feel like it's been forever since we've had a sweep unplugged, but no, I think we had a snow day here in Texas as the entire Gulf Coast plain was covered in snow. So if you got some, enjoy it because you know how hot it is down here. It won't last very long, but nonetheless, we are back with Sweep Unplugged. So far, 2025 has been great for everybody. We launched Sweep Unplugged in 2024. Now in 2025, we brought you financial, we brought you health. Oh my God, we brought you a stunt man, and he was talking to you about the difference between stress and pressure. You want to check out all those episodes? Go visit YouTube, search Sweep the League TV, hit that subscribe button. We can get all the Sweep Unplugged episodes, including the one we are dropping today. What do we have for you guys? Now, you start 2025 and you're like, I gotta lose weight. I gotta lose weight. Rudy, you are helping me because you had a fitness pro. You've had, insight on your mind and how to control your mind and make sure you stick to the diet. Well, we haven't even made it 31 days into the year yet, and I'm going to ruin y'all's diet by talking a little bit of pizza with our guest today. And how does that work into digital creation? Well, we're going to go all over the map today, and it's going to make sense here in a minute. Why? Because as the title says, we're building a brand one slice at a time, and it's with our great guest, Erica D'Arcangelo. Erica, welcome to Sweep Unplugged.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, I appreciate you coming in. Before we ruin everybody's diet plans and healthy plans for the entire year by talking about the amazing pizza that your family, has its own pizzeria, basically, I want to get into the digital part because we're going to start with the appetizer. Then we'll give them the main course later here. So appetizer wise, you've got a website and we're going to go right into it, createwant.com. So everybody loves the digital side of things and you've got to get started. What's the first step for anyone that wants to get started on making videos, creating content? What's the very first step you would recommend for them?
So what I tell people, the first thing they should do is called foundational marketing. What that means is you set up your assets. So if you can put a website up, great. If not, you can set up a TikTok account, you can set up an Instagram, a Facebook, and then from there, you can look at, what can you create with your brand and just start putting out content. Like it can be very simple content, but one example was I was doing marketing for my family's pizzeria and we were new to TikTok. This is probably 6-7 years ago. And I was like, what can I do here? And we did cutting pizzas. And those videos went viral. We have some with 64 million views.
Yeah.
And it was literally me standing in a kitchen for several hours, filming, cutting. They sell 100 pizzas every night. So I had a lot of content and I just filmed pizza after pizza after pizza.
Yeah. I remember I was actually listening to a podcast that you were on, and I'm going to give a shout out here. It was Business Growth Trailblazers podcast with Leah Ray Getz. And that was the first time I heard you mention that, hey, I got 60 plus million views just off cutting pizza. So what does my mind say? Well, let me go make a pizza or go buy one and let me cut it and let me follow Erica's idea here. Cause 60 million views. That's the thing with digital content is that it's so small in essence, but people love it. People just love to see certain things. And it even goes into, I don't know how, but people start to say like, well, when you're tapping on bottles and all this stuff, it's like soothing, even the cutting, even, cooking, just the sound soothe people, relaxes people. So you're right. The digital media part, actually just getting out there and doing it. Erica D'Arcangelo, www.astoryaboutpizza.com. Get your copy today. Also, if you want the digital information, everything's posted below on the banner. It's going to be www.createwant.com. Talking to Erica D'Arcangelo. So the digital part aside, you said you got into it. You started marketing for your family business. We're going to get into that here in a little bit because it deals with the pizza part. And I haven't eaten this morning, so you got to forgive me. I'm delaying the pizza talk as much as possible. I'm very, very hungry this morning. But on the digital media side, the platforms you use, there's so many. You got Facebook, you've got, X, you've got YouTube, TikTok's most popular one, and it's back, for everybody that didn't think it was going to come back. Where would you start first? Because YouTube is like the grandfather. That's where it all started. And I still feel like YouTube is dominant over others,
Yeah.
but is TikTok the quick place you go to get that, 1,000, 5,000 views, and then YouTube is kind of where you just have to work your way up?
It's relative. I think TikTok is the place that is probably the quickest, but it also takes so much work. Like I remember posting like video after video after video and then not really having a lot and getting like 100, 200, 1,000, 5,000, and then waking up one day and having a million views. But it was like I had to post so much content and now we're into hundreds of videos. So I think the estimation of effort is like no matter what platform you're on, you have to create a lot of content. Now the good news is that we consume so much content.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like you think that it's like where there's too much content to consume. That's not true because how fast we consume it. Because you're
Yeah.
just swipe, 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 swipe on TikTok constantly.
Yeah, that's an amazing thing to think about because you are right. We're always swiping up and going back to videos, saving videos to watch them later. I mean, you are completely right on that. The what is the ideal time for those that want to get started of videos now? For Sweep Unplug and Sweep the League, I just started creating shorts with our producer, and he showed me. So I'm like, oh, cool, this is cool. But what is the ideal time? Because people say sometimes a minute's too long, 30 seconds is too it's not that long. What would be your ideal time?
It depends on the platform, but for TikTok, I try to keep the videos between like 15 seconds to maybe 45 seconds. Like even a minute, I think is too long sometimes. But for YouTube, for example, like we just did a trailer for a docu-series on my family's pizzeria. And that one was just like, I think a little bit over a minute. So YouTube, like when I have a full 30-minute to an hour episode, I'm going to throw that episode up there on YouTube for a full length episode. And then I'll probably do shorts that are like less than a minute each.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm following your idea because that's exactly what we've been doing here. Do the episode, go back and do the AI stuff for the generate the videos and the shorts, and then we release stuff. So AI is a massive, massive, a part of what we're doing here. I want to ask you on the AR part because I've yet to talk to a digital person right now, a content creator. AI side, is that a perfect tool to use, especially if you're getting started because it simplifies stuff, but is there also a negative to it possibly?
Yeah. I mean, there's positive and negative. So positive is like you can do research super fast.
Mm-hmm.
You can cut things really fast with it. There's so many really good tools, but on the other side, you have to really watch because sometimes the information you get isn't accurate, or sometimes what it makes isn't exactly what you want. So it still takes like human control and a
Mm-hmm.
human eye. And what I say is it's like responsibly generated AI.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense because I have had some videos come out where I'm like, that's not exactly what we were talking about, but okay, we'll run with it anyway. We're talking to Erica D'Arcangelo. Remember, if you want to get her book, she's an author of a great book out there. We're going to put it up on the screen in just a little bit here. It's a story about pizza.com. Also for the digital information, we're talking digital media content for all you content creators out there. Visit Erica, go to www.createone.com. Again, talking to Erica D'Arcangelo. Now, the last part about digital media is the side of where you have what a lot of us call stage fright. You I recently talked to a couple of people on Sweep and they're like, I had to put myself out there, but it's the fact that I've got to open the curtain and show the world what I can do. Is that the hardest step to make for somebody that's just starting out?
Yeah, I mean, even for someone that's been doing it for a long time, because I did the pizza shop stuff, and then I started to do TikToks for a story about pizza. And what I noticed is I need to put myself on the videos of me reading books to people or me
Yeah.
coloring with my coloring book. And that is definitely something that I hadn't been doing before, but I was like, I need to, a lot of the people that you see that are influencers, they're putting themselves out there on all their videos.
Yeah, and that's the tough part.
Yeah.
It's even if you're going to create a sports show, if you're going to create just a simple video, you can put the product in front of you, but a lot of times people want to see the person putting the product there. And you're right. You got to get yourself out there. And if you're not comfortable with that, no worries. I mean, people like to live private lives. So I totally understand that. Talking to Erica D'Arcangelo now. All right, I got to go into the pizza side here. So we're gonna talk pizza now. We got the digital side part. Everybody, go ahead, grab your slice, and let's get into this here because one of the other things that got you going on, everything was the writing of a book called. I'm trying to remember the name of it here because I had I think a story about pizza.com, a story about pizza, which is basically going about your family's pizzeria, and we're gonna throw a name out here, Pietro, who would be your grandfather.
Yeah.
His story from, immigrating from Italy to America. He started working, I think, as a coal miner and then the pizzeria. So give us a little bit about info about, his journey because that's in the book. I don't want to give everybody the whole book yet. I want them to buy it. But give a little bit of background on your grandfather and that journey that he had.
Sure. So, in the early 1900s, like many Italian Americans, my grandfather came over from Abruzzo, Italy with his family, and it was his mom and his dad. He had three brothers besides him, and they came over with literally nothing, like suitcases in hand, hoping for a better life. They went to a little town called Wimber, PA, and there was a coal mine there called Berwyn White Coal Mines. And this is where a lot of immigrants went because they could find work there. And so you had a lot of immigrants who were really mistreated. They were worked really hard. They were out in the elements. I mean, imagine Western Pennsylvania in the winter working in the coal mines.
No, that's brutal. I mean, we can barely survive in Texas.
The same in Florida, there, like freezing cold here. But you have that situation, and then you have an individual who has this dream and has this Italian culture and this heritage, and he wants to make pizza. And he comes out of the mines, and it goes through his journey of like, where does he go from there of trying to achieve this dream after all of this hardship?
There you go. That's the beginning part of, Pietro's journey from Italy to America from his granddaughter, Erica D'Arcangelo. And the book is called A Story About Pizza. I'm going to shine that on the side here real quick for all of you that want to see, hey, which copy is there? Where am I going? Best place to go is Amazon.com. As you can tell, that's right there. A Story About Pizza. You can order it from Amazon.com. And speaking of the pizza part, let's get into the fun part. There's got to be multiple options of pizza, or does the family pizzeria just specialize in one style and one only and say, you know what, the others we're not going to do this to this pizza. This is not traditional. Is it straight traditional? What do they have to offer?
So when my grandfather first opened his pizzeria in 1960, he did a Abruzzo style rectangular pizza, 15 slices. Mm-hmm. It's not a super thick pizza. It's not a super thin pizza. And that was the traditional tray, plain pepperoni. Now, as we evolved and my dad went to Italy every year, we actually have 16 different specialty pizzas now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow. And then many years later, my brother, he didn't like square pizza. And so my family, they would go to Italy every year and they started to have the very round, thin pizza. So they started to make one called a Mike's Pie. So we have the same 16 specialty pizzas with the Mike's Pie. And that's like, if you like a really round, thin pizza, you get the Mike's Pie.
What is in the Mike's Pie? I got to know this now.
So, I mean, whatever toppings you like. My favorite thing on a Mike's Pie is hot peppers and pepperoni baked on.
Oh, pepperoni baked. Okay. Now you're opening my thoughts into different things with the pizza side of things. So I'm going to ask, we ask questions here left and right because we like to have fun with our guests and we like to have fun with our audience as well. Mm-hmm. I got to know your traditional style. I mean, you've got the family and the pizzeria business. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Oh, geez. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say no. I don't like the ham and pineapple pizza. However, we made a pizza one day that had pineapple and we baked on pepperoni. Mm-hmm. It was super good. On a Mike's Pie.
Okay.
It was really, really delicious.
Pineapple
and I love pineapple.
Okay, pineapple and pepperoni. You're making me think, okay, I'm gonna have to try that. Now, Is there anything else besides pineapple pepperoni, or is it just straight pineapple pepperoni?
So they'll sometimes do a ham and pepperoni pizza. I don't love ham on a pizza, but
Okay.
some people like it.
Okay.
I think it's one of those things where it's not maybe the preference, but if someone asks for it, we'll make it for them.
Okay. Okay. Any other sides of the pizzeria side? Any other specialties? I know you've got, Italian restaurants in general are known for pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, different types of Italian dishes. Is there anything offered at the pizzeria that you guys have?
Oh yeah. So my grandfather started doing like meatball sandwiches on homemade buns with cheese, hot sausage sandwiches. They're so good. We do a traditional porchetta or porchetta sandwich
Hmm.
from Italy. We do a panini, and also we do a homemade chicken cutlass. We do a chicken parm sandwich, and we do it's Aunt Rose's homemade meatball appetizer. It's meatballs with cheese and homemade focaccia bread, and that one is like one of my favorites. It's super good.
I think it was a mistake talking about food right now,
I
knowing I
know.
haven't eaten. I'm on a strict what is it? No eating type of diet. After 8 p.m., I can't eat till 12 the next day. So I'm like, oh God, this might not have been great. I should have scheduled for the afternoon, probably not in the morning. That would have been perfect for me. Talking to Erica the Archangel. As you can see on the screen, it's a story about pizza. Head over to Amazon, grab a copy today. You don't want to miss it. It's a fantastic story. And also, if you want to go into digital contact with Erica, all you got to do is contact her, createwant.com for that digital media information. She'll get you started. She'll give you the what the kids call the lowdown, the 411 on stuff like that when it comes to digital media content. And the funny thing is how it all comes together. How your digital media creations and your family's pizzeria, basically two different entities combined into one, and it just blew up for you guys. Can you talk a little bit about that? How, what, we need the marketing, because a lot of businesses don't want to market. They really
Oh,
don't want to market, and they don't understand is like, for people like myself, I'm not, looking to make a buck. I'm looking to help you as much as possible. But they always see the bad side of things. Well, it costs too much. It costs too much. These days, it costs $0 at the end of the day.
it's funny, and I have a story with this. So when I started doing the marketing for my family's pizzeria,
Mhm.
my dad was recovering from heart surgery. My family decided to move to Pennsylvania for the year, and I really felt like my dad needs to get out of the house. So I said, "Hey, why don't you go in? I'll go with you. I'll do your marketing. You can go work at the shop. This will be good for both of us." And my dad was so grumpy. He was like, "I don't believe in marketing."
Yeah.
I said, "Dad, I said, I'll help you for free. Let's just go spend some time." And it was so interesting because I started doing the marketing, started filming the content, and within the first year, the business doubled.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, "We've never done this much business." And then in the second year, the business doubled again.
Yeah.
And then by the time we were at the third or fourth year, we were at 4 times the business. We had a line out the door. People saw us on TikTok. They came in. We built up the Instagram. We had a really awesome, amazing influencer at Pizza who collabed with us on so many videos because we were a family owned pizzeria. And he literally helped us out so much on Instagram.
Yeah.
And so it just snowballed. And the thing with marketing, it's so similar to a diet. It is, you have to be consistent over a long period of time to get a result.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes people think, oh, like if I post 10 videos and I don't get a result, it doesn't work. It's not the way it is. It'd be like if you think, oh, I'm going to lose 10 pounds in 5 days.
Yeah.
It really takes time and consistency and discipline to get a result with marketing, and you have to do it over time.
Yeah, you're right. It takes a lot of time, and you've got to be consistent with it. And that's a shout to the businesses out there, because where we know, the bigger companies, the corporations, they've got the marketing dollars.
Yeah.
It's the lower end businesses, the mom and pop businesses that I totally understand. They're scared to spend the money because they don't have that money. But I mean, it's free marketing. It's marketing where we got someone that wants to shoot a video for you. It really is just on those platforms that can launch, a business overnight, 100% of the time. If you got any advice for small businesses out there, what would be that advice for them to get started on the marketing track? Because again, it's a very scary thing for them.
Yeah, I can understand that. So I would say the first thing is like their brand and the reason why they're doing what they're doing is unique to anyone else's. So the first thing is to really put yourself there, tell your story, show what's happening in your business, and just consistently keep pushing out content, and you'll start to gain an audience.
Okay. That makes a whole lot of sense. I appreciate that for all the businesses out there, the small businesses. Is like any content creator, you've got to take that first step. And that first step doesn't even mean hiring someone to do it for you. I mean, everybody has a cell phone. It just takes a cell phone to record a video and to post it. You just have to start up your own, digital site. You have to start up a Facebook or an Instagram or a TikTok, put it on there and watch it go viral. Erica D'Arcangelo. Again, you want to go to for the digital media side, you want to go to createwant.com, contact Erica there. She's going to give you all the great information that she's giving you here on Sweep Unplugged. Also, a story about pizza.com. You can go order the book off of the website. It'll take you Amazon, order the book from there. Great copy. You get pizza, you get digital content, you get everything when you're talking to Erica here. Appreciate her for joining us here. And a couple of last things here. The business side of things is, at what point when you did the marketing for the pizzeria, that was it an overnight thing, or at what point did y'all say like, okay, we're exploding now? Because that could be another side of the business where they're telling me I can get, in a week or two that I can, not double, but maybe a quarter more, but it's not happening. Does regions have an effect as well? A part of that question, I guess, what I'm trying to get to.
I like regional better because you can really saturate the area. Like you can tag and hashtag local and promote yourself locally. There's also like newspapers. There's all different types of PR that you could do locally, but it does take time. I think, it was the first year and it was consistently doing it for a year. But I'm the type of person that when I start something, I will never stop. So I will still, even now, I'm still posting.
Ah, okay. And yeah, that's the thing. You can't ever stop at all. There's no doubt about that. You cannot ever stop at all when you're doing the digital marketing side. All right. I'm doing something different here. You're my test subject here when it comes to Sweep Unplugged here. So we're going to do our top 5 at the end of the show here with the Erica D'Arcangelo. Let's hit a little bit of music in the background here. So we got a little rock music playing in the background here. We're talking pizza. I'm gonna sweep away the digital side. We're gonna go straight pizza. I need you to list your top 5 pizzas for everybody out there. So go ahead and list them.
Okay, so number 1 pizza. You want pizzerias or you just want kinds of pizza?
If you were going into a pizzeria, your families or anybody's, and they said you can pick 5 pizzas, I want you to give me 5 pizzas. Rank your top pizzas, basically.
Okay, number 1 pizza is the traditional cheese pizza. You have to try that to see what that place has to offer. Number 2 pizza for me is a spicy, like a hot pepper.
Okay.
I love that kind of pizza. Number 3 is this one that we make at my family's. It's called a tomato pepper. It's just a little bit of Parmesan cheese, hot pepper, sweet pepper, like a tomato sauce.
Okay.
Super good. Next one is a seasonal one. So tomatoes from the garden, cheese, and basil.
Wow. Okay. That sounds perfect right there.
It's literally delicious. And then my newest one that I love is the vodka pizza, the penne vodka.
Yeah.
There's a pizza place down the street from me that makes it, and it has like peas and mushrooms and cheese, and it has the vodka sauce. It's delicious. It's so good.
Oh my God. All right. Now I'm going to replay this because I need to get all of them. And you mentioned the cheese pizza before we go. It's got to be, if you have a good cheese pizza, chances are you've got great pizza all around. Is that pretty much what it is?
Oh yeah. That's how, like when my family, when we go somewhere, we go on like pizza tours and we always try the cheese pizza. That's like the one that you use to judge everything else.
That is so true. I know one guy, Barstool, he does a cheese pizza, the 1-bite thing, and yeah, all he does is get cheese pizza. I guess bonus question for you, thin crust, what kind of crust is your absolute favorite?
So my favorite is Diarc's pizza, which is like it's closer to a thin crust than a thick crust pizza.
Yeah.
So I think I'd have to say thin.
I've been on the cauliflower crust kick
Oh
because it helped
yeah.
me out. That is, I think I've introduced more people to cauliflower crust. Do y'all offer cauliflower crust at all?
We have a gluten-free crust,
Okay.
but not a cauliflower. But I've had the cauliflower crust and I actually really like it.
Can't really taste the difference from
Yeah.
normal pizza. It's surprising. Definitely surprising to me. We are talking to Erica D'Arcangelo. Erica, can you let everybody know where they can get in contact with you? We have provided a couple of websites on the banner below. Again, a storyaboutpizza.com. You can get your book there. Also contacting Erica on createwant.com for the digital side. Anywhere else they can contact you, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, anywhere like that.
I mean, they can contact me on any one of the A Story About Pizza or Diarc's Pizza, social media, or through the websites. I run all those, and I think there's like 8 or 10 of them. So they just send me a DM. Those are all me.
Awesome, awesome. So if you want to contact Erica, be sure to contact her across all social media. Again, go get your book today, a storyaboutpizza.com. Hit that order now, grab a copy. You will not be disappointed, as well as going to createone.com. Erica, I appreciate you joining us here on Sweep Unplugged. It was a lot of fun. I am going to actually run as soon as we're done. Go grab me a slice of pizza because even though I'm not supposed to eat till noon, it's noon somewhere. I'm going to grab something to eat here just a little bit. Appreciate you joining us here on Sweep Unplugged.
Thanks.
For everybody else out there, hit YouTube. All you got to do is search Sweep the League TV, hit that subscribe button where you catch this great episode and many other episodes of Sweep Unplugged, STL 316, Greater Than Market, as well as the big show, Sweep the League TV. So for Erica D'Arcangelo, this is Rudy Campos Jr. Until we sweep the league again, we'll see you later, Knuckleheads.